Logitech seem to be trying to make sure they have a decent contender in every price point out there. And this is their newly released wireless headset, which is essentially a stripped back Artemis Spectrum. This is the Logitech G533. Wireless gaming headsets are slowly starting to gain momentum within the gaming community. The G933 Artemis Spectrum is Logitech's flagship headset and is widely recognized as one of the best for its price. The G533 is rather similar. It has the same 40mm drivers and DTS digital 7.1 surround sound. The only real physical differences is the removal of the RGB rim lighting and the lack of some of the macro G keys. The G533 is made from mostly plastic, which is a positive because it weighs in at only 350 grams. The soft air cup mesh breathes very well, with plenty of cushioning to prevent your ears from making contact with the drivers. The adjustable metal sliders are defined with 14 individual steps, so these will fit an array of different head sizes. And you can also turn the ear cups flat, which makes them comfortable to place around your neck when not in use. On the left hand side, we get a well thought out set of controls. Rather than giving you 4 buttons like on the G933, the G533 has a single G key, along with a volume wheel. This button by default is set to mute the microphone, but this can be changed in Logitech software to anything you like. One major advantage of not having too many G keys behind the headset is that you don't have to spend too much time figuring out the buttons. And in my experience, I found on-the-fly adjustments were perfect, with just the right amount of control. Speaking of the microphone, it's okay. Retractable with a slight extension for maneuverability. What's interesting is Logitech have included a pop filter to reduce pops and breath noise, and there's also noise cancelling technology built in, which does a decent job of removing background noise. In my test, it didn't seem to be quite as clear as the mic found on the G933, but it's decent enough for online games. The battery life, on the other hand, has been improved, due to the lack of RGBs. You get a solid 15 hours, which should be more than enough to get you through a LAN party. And I found I only had to charge the headset every couple of days. The built-in battery is user replaceable, and is charged through a micro USB port, with cables provided in the box. The G533 connects to your PC through a USB-powered wireless receiver. And according to Logitech, it's supposed to offer a lossless digital audio transmission, with up to 15 meters of range, and I'm happy to report I had no issues with signal loss in the house. It was very strong even when I left the computer to grab something from the kitchen. The Logitech gaming software is up there with the best driver softwares on the market. You can easily check the battery level, play around with the EQ, and the 7.1 surround sound tab lets you adjust volume for each of the 7 individual channels. Regular stereo mode is selectable too, and that's an absolute necessity when listening to music. For this reason, I bound the G key to switch between stereo and 7.1. This way you can have clear sounding music and then switch to 7.1 for games, which was an awesome experience. A good example of this feature was with Battlefield 1, which has a preset specifically designed for the Logitech Pro G drivers, and the simulated virtual 3D environment was fantastic. Gunshots were powerful, and being able to pinpoint footsteps coming up behind you was a huge advantage. The sound quality surprised me. Although headphones are subjective, I'm quite a fan of strong bass, and the G533 delivered. Explosions were rattling, without peaking in the higher frequencies, and I found myself getting very immersed in Battlefield. All in all, the G533 delivered an excellent wireless audio experience, in both stereo and surround sound modes. The microphone was a little on the weak side, but passable. Wireless audio is still the more expensive route to take. However, given the decent soundstage for not just gaming but also music, and the joy of not stumbling over wires when I get up from my desk, I can happily recommend this headset for those who want an excellent wireless 7.1 without the RGB nonsense. You can check it out yourself in store or online. I'm Eli from PB Tech. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.